Hold that for me.
Would it not let you?
Hold that. I'm just gonna take that off. Okay.
Trying to like,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Rock Yahuwah. So we're gonna go Rock Yahuwah over offerings again. I'll understand to Yahuwah over some offerings and what they point towards is just a brief so we can I'll know and get it in our mind what offerings are. So we touched on it a little bit. Yahuwah touched on it a little bit last week. We're gonna bring out some more precepts. Rock Yahuwah, some may be the same. But nevertheless, so we know the offering hours or the ninth hour. We have the ninth hour. Well, let's back it up. We got the third hour, the ninth hour, the third hour, the sixth hour, and then the ninth hour. And so here in a minute at 3 o'clock, that's the offering for the ninth hour offering that we are all those who are clean, those who are to partake in his offerings that is commanded of us to partake in Barak Yahuwah. So we're just gonna read a couple of precepts in regards to the offerings and and get started. So we got Numbers 28, chapter 1, verse 8. If you want to follow along, Numbers 28, Numbers chapter 28, verses 1 through 8. And it reads, and Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, command the children of Israel, Yasharal, and you shall say to them, take heed to bring my offerings. Take heed to bring my offerings, my food, for my offerings made by fire as a sweet fragrance to me at their appointed times. And you shall say to them, this is the offering made by fire which you bring to Yahuwah. 2 male lambs, a year old, perfect ones, daily. So we ought to bring these offerings daily. Daily, a continual ascending offering. The one lamb you prepare in the morning, and the other lamb you prepare between the evenings, with 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a grain offering mixed with 1/4 of a hin of pressed oil, a continual ascending offering which was offered at Mount Sinai for a sweet fragrance, an offering made by fire to Yahuwah, and its drink offering, 1/4 of a hin for each lamb. Pour out the drink to Yahuwah as an offering in the set apart place. And the other lamb you prepare between the evenings, as a morning grain offering. It is drink it and is drink offering. Excuse me. You prepare it as an offering made by fire, a sweet fragrance to Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. So we see that we are to bring an offering a continual offering to Yahuwah. Let's go. Those who don't have Jubilees, you could go to Google and it's you can find it under a PDF. But this is coming out of the of Jubilees, and it's going to be chapter 6, verse 14. Chapter 6, verse 14. And it reads, and for this Torah there is no limit of days, for it is forever. So we know forever is throughout eternity, beyond the vanishing point. We ought to continue bringing these offering forever, Barak Yahuwah. They shall observe it throughout their generations, so that they may continue supplicating on your behalf with blood before the altar every day, and at the time of morning and evening they shall seek forgiveness on your behalf perpetual before Yahuwah, that they may guard it and not be rooted out. So we see this is a perpetual alignment. We are to bring these offerings continual, daily, without end, everlasting. We ought to be a whole burnt offering every day, a whole burnt offering every single day, Barak Yahuwah, for this is our reasonable service. And what this is gonna be out of Mark back into the traditional 66, Mark chapter 15, verse 24 through 25. Mark chapter 15, verse 24 through 25. Barak Yahuwah. And it said, and when they impaled him, they divided his garments, casting lots for them, what each one should take. And it was the third hour. So here goes the third hour that we were speaking of, the third hour of the day that we were speaking of. And they impaled him, Barak Yahuwah. So the third hour is the first offering of the day, Barak Yahuwah. So we are to during this hour we are to come to him with a contrite spirit and continually asking for forgiveness, continuing to offer up the praises, the bulls of our lips to him, knowing that we are nothing but dirt, Barak Yahuwah, knowing that we are nothing, Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So in accordance with a 12-hour scriptural day, they brought him to the stake and to be impaled at the third hour of the day. In the morning, this was the time of the daily morning offering. This was the morning offering being fulfilled. Yes. Barak Yahuwah. So this was the morning offering being fulfilled. So we are to continue to walk in, align ourselves with the Torah, because it's perpetual, Barak Yahuwah. So we're gonna turn to Luke 23. If I'm going too fast, y'all just write these precepts down, Barak Yahuwah, if you're feeling led. And we're gonna go to Luke 23, chapter 23, verses 44 through 46. Luke chapter 23, verses 44 through 46. Barak Yahuwah. And it was now about the 6th hour, and darkness came over all the land until the 9th hour. And the sun was darkened, and the veil of the dwelling place was torn in two. And crying out with a loud voice, Yahusha said, Father, into your hand I commit my spirit. And having said this, he breathed his last, Barak Yahuwah. So we see here that this is the 6th hour, Barak Yahuwah. So we see that he's fulfilling Yahuwah came in the body of Yahusha and came and fulfilled in the whole volume of the book. Yahusha fulfilled these things, Barak Yahuwah. So we see in the 6th hour, it was darkness, came over the land until the 9th hour. And the sun was darkened, and the veil of the dwelling place was torn in two. And crying out with a loud voice, Yahusha said, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. And having said this, he breathed his last breath. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. As the blood of those animals could not take away crimes, they were all a foreshadowing of of one who could come to take away the crimes of the world. Yahuwah in flesh came as Yahusha to take upon the penalty of death that was pronounced over all mankind through the crime of Adam, and paid the ultimate price through his shed blood. And thus, all who believe in the shed blood will have the penalty of death paid in them through belief in him. Yeah. So, Barak Yahuwah. So, we see that those who believe in the Pasach Lamb, those who believe in the Messiah, that we are to partake in these offerings, these daily offerings, which is rendering the bulls of our lips to his name, giving thanks to his name always, because we are nothing but dirt. We are nothing but dirt. So these offerings are rendering the bulls of our lips, giving thanks to his name, giving praise to his name, continually thanking him for everything that he has done for us. And our life should be a living sacrifice into everything that Yahuwah has done for us, coming in the body of Yahusha. He is Yahusha, and he came in the volume of the book, Barak Yahuwah. So we are to praise his name daily in these in these offerings, Barak Yahuwah. Now that a foundation has been laid, let's continue the hours of offerings, Barak Yahuwah. Let's continue now that a foundation has been laid, let's continue with the hours of offering. It was never his desire for us to bring him animals in the first place. It was never his desire for us to bring him animals in the first place. He always wanted our heart, Barak Yahuwah. He always wanted our heart. So, Barak Yahuwah. So we're going to turn to Psalms chapter 40, verse 6. Psalms chapter 40, verse 6. And it reads, sacrifice and offerings you did not desire, but my ears you have opened. Burnt offering and sin offerings you did not require, Barak Yahuwah. So we see that he never wanted the offerings of animals, but he wanted our heart. But the Torah still calls for an offering. Now, what is the offering that he desires? Barak Yahuwah. Let's turn to Romans chapter 12, verse 1 through 2. Romans chapter 12, verse 1 through 2. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. I call upon you, therefore, brothers, through the compassion of Elohim, to present your bodies a living offering. To present your bodies a living offering, set apart, well-pleasing to Elohim, your reasonable worship. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you prove what is that good and well-pleasing and perfect desire of Elohim. Barak Yahuwah. So we see that we are supposed to be living offerings. We are supposed to be tangible living offerings unto him daily, a continual offering, well pleasing to him by our obedience, by obeying him daily, Barak Yahuwah. A sweet smelling fragrance to his nostrils, a good taste to his mouth, Barak Yahuwah. For we are nothing but dirt. So we are supposed to align ourselves with the righteous Torah, because we have no righteousness of our own. We have no righteousness of our own. Yahuwah is our righteousness, Barak Yahuwah. And we ought to be covered in his righteousness. So he can consider us righteous. Not that we are righteous, but he considers us righteous if we align ourselves with his word, Barak Yahuwah. If we align ourselves with his righteous Torah, then he considers us righteous, Barak Yahuwah. But within our walks of obedience and reverence, what is the offering that he has always desired from his people? Let's go to Psalms 34, verse 1. Psalms 34, verse 1. Right, Yahuwah. And it says, it is written, I bless Yahuwah all the time, Barak Yahuwah. He didn't say sometimes. He didn't say when I want to. He didn't say just in the morning. He said, I bless Yahuwah all the time. It is written, I bless Yahuwah all the time. His praise is continually in my mouth. His praise is continually in our mouth. That was the same a couple of scriptures over. It said it was perpetual. These offerings were perpetual. We see that the praise of Yahuwah should be continually in our mouth through whatever we're going through, Barak Yahuwah. Despite of what we're going through, during the test that you're going through, the praise is still supposed to be continually in your mouth. During the test, you're supposed to still be praising him, Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Let's turn to Hosea chapter 14, verses 1 through 2. Hosea chapter 14, verses 1 through 2. Barak Yahuwah. Says, O Yasharah, return to Yahuwah your Elohim, for you have stumbled by your crookedness. Take words with you and return to Yahuwah. Say to him, take away all crookedness and accept what is good, and render the bulls of our lips. Render the bulls of our lips. So we are to render the bulls of our lips. These are the slaughtering offerings that he is desiring from us. It's rendering the bulls of our lips always, giving thanks to his name always. Barak Yahuwah. Let's go again. We went over this last week. Yahuwah went over this last week, but it's in Daniel, better known as Daniel, chapter 6, verses 10. Chapter 6, verse 10. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. And it reads, and Daniel, when he knew that the writing was signed, went home in his upper room with his windows open towards Jerusalem. He knelt down on his knees 3 times a day. Here we see those offerings again. He knelt down 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his Lord, as he had done before. So we see he even prayed in his captivity. Barak Yahuwah. Daniel, even as we are in captivity now, Daniel, even in the captivity, he still praised Yahuwah and was giving thanks to his name as he did before. Barak Yahuwah. Let's go to Psalms chapter 55, verses 16 through 17. Psalms chapter 55, verse 16 through 17. Barak Yahuwah. It says, I call upon Elohim, and Yahuwah saves me. Evening and morning and at noon, I complain and moan, and he hears my voice. Evening, morning, and at noon, I complain and moan, and he hears my voice. Barak Yahuwah. So we see that we are supposed to be bringing him these offerings daily. We are supposed to line up. We're supposed to be Akkad with our forefathers. We are supposed to be Akkad with Yahuwah. We are supposed to be bringing him these offerings daily. We are supposed to be doing these at the appointed times, because Yahuwah works at appointed times. He is not random. He is not random. He is fixed and eternal. He is not random. So we are supposed to bring him being one body, not everybody in their own opinions, fleshly opinions, but we have to align ourselves up with Yahuwah's desires, because we have no desires of our own. Barak Yahuwah. So we are supposed to align ourselves up with the righteous Torah. And by doing that, that's where our deliverance comes. When he comes, if you are aligning yourself up with what he is asking of us, Barak Yahuwah, then we will be delivered. But those who are not being obedient, those who are doing what they want, those who are pretty much, not obeying every word that Yahuwah's out of the mouth, every word that Yahuwah is speaking, those people are not going to be delivered, because he desires obedience. He said obedience is better than sacrifice. So we are supposed to bring these offerings to him at the appointed times. All right, we're going to read just a couple of more precepts, and just to nail it in there, Barak Yahuwah. We're going to read Talahim, Psalms 69, chapter 69, verse 30 through 31. Psalms chapter 69, verse 30 through 31. Barak Yahuwah. And it reads, I praise the name of Elohim with a song, and I make him great with thanksgiving. In these places, Yahuwah, and this pleases Yahuwah more than an ox, a bull with horns and hooves. So we see that pleases Yahuwah more than an ox. They please Yahuwah more than an ox and a bull with horns and hooves. Barak Yahuwah. Our praises, our slaughterings from the bulls of our lips, giving thanks. This is what pleases Yahuwah. out of a pure heart, Barak Yahuwah. So it has to be pure. It has to be clean. It has to be, his offerings are not to be defiled. So if you have sin upon you, if you have crime upon you, and you're trying to bring him an offering, you are a stench to his nostrils. He is not receiving no one with willful sin on them, and to bring him an offering, he wants us clean and set apart. You know, Barak Yahuwah. So he wants us to be set apart and clean, bringing him a pure offering. If you're waddling around in the mud like a pig and trying to bring him offerings, he is not going to accept it. He is not going to accept it. So he wants us to be clean. He wants us to be align ourselves with obedience. When he corrects us, he wants us to be moldable. He wants us to be shapeable. When he show you something that's in you, we are supposed to lay at his feet, Barak Yahuwah, asking him to remove these things from us. Asking him to remove these things from us, and to and crying out to him. Because if we're not crying out, if the man ain't crying out in the field, if we're not crying out, we can't be delivered. He desires us to hunger and thirst for him. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. All right, we're going to do 2 more precepts. Barak Yahuwah. We're going to go to Jonah, chapter 2, verses 9 and 10. Jonah, chapter 2, verse 9 and 10. Barak Yahuwah. All right, and it reads, "But I slaughter to you with the voice of thanksgiving. I pay what I have vowed. Deliverance is of Yahuwah." Then Yahuwah spoke to the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto the dry land. He said that, "But I slaughter to you with the voice of thanksgiving. I pay what I have vowed." This is our reasonable service. I pay what I have vowed. Deliverance is of Yahuwah. Then Yahuwah spoke to the fish and vomited Jonah onto dry land. What did he do? He delivered Jonah after rendering thanksgiving slaughterings to him, after having a voice of thanksgiving, after rendering thanksgiving slaughtering offerings to him. He delivered him. Barak Yahuwah, he delivered him. So we have to render thanksgiving slaughterings to him out of a pure heart, so we can be delivered. Barak Yahuwah, so we can be delivered. And it's a lot of distractions going on, but we ought to keep our mind fixed on Yahuwah. We ought to keep our mind fixed on Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. We're going to do one more precept. One more precept. We'll go to Psalms 141, 1 through 2. Psalms 141, 1 through 2. Barak Yahuwah. I lost it. 141, 1 through. Okay, there you go. Barak Yahuwah says, "Yahuwah, I have cried out to you. Hasten to me. Give ear to my voice when I cry out to you. Let my prayer be prepared before you as an incense, the lifting up of my hands as the evening offering." As the evening offering. So we see the lifting up of our of his hands as the evening offering, in our hands too, Barak Yahuwah, that he cried out to Yahuwah, and Yahuwah hastened to him. So we see that we have to cry out for our deliverance. Those who are desiring to obey him will cry out for him. Barak Yahuwah. They will cry out for him. If you're not crying out, it ain't going to be no deliverance. He wants to see hunger and thirst. If you're not crying out for him, Barak Yahuwah, is no deliverance. So if you bound, you have to cry out for the stronger man. You have to cry out for the stronger man. Hashatan, we're not mightier, we're not stronger than Hashatan. We have to cry out for our Father to deliver us from Hashatan. We have to cry out for our Father to deliver us from Hashatan. We are marriage's flesh, Barak Yahuwah. Those who speak words against Hashatan, they do it out of ignorance. You are not to speak on to saying you can do anything, you say Yahuwah rebuke you. Because Yahuwah is the only one that can take care of Hashatan. So we cry, we don't, you don't say nothing that's ignorant. People do it out of ignorant, obviously, but we can't deliver ourselves from Hashatan. He is way stronger than we are. We cry to our Father to deliver us from Hashatan. Barak Yahuwah. So that's all the precepts, Barak Yahuwah. I hope this the beginning of this being edifying on bringing offerings. Brother, you got anything?
Right, yeah, just want to, yeah, I pretty much agree with what the brother said, like, because we are definitely not stronger than Hashatan, Rock Yahuwah. When you look at the image of sheep, Rock Yahuwah, and a shepherd, Rock Yahuwah, sheep, it's like, yeah, like sheep cannot fend for themselves, like they cannot fight for themselves, like they need a shepherd to look over them, and Yahuwah is our shepherd, yes. Rock Yahuwah, like so we are just sheep, Barak Yahuwah. Like this is a spiritual war, and we are just flesh, Barak Yahuwah. So we need Yahuwah to fight the things of the spirit, so we can live, Barak Yahuwah. And so Yahuwah only fights for sheep. So we need to be daily praying out for humility, for Him to humble us, so we can be humble and childlike before Him, because He only fights for sheep, Barak Yahuwah, because it is indeed a serve relationship. Barak Yahuwah, because just as the sheep serve the shepherd, Barak Yahuwah, the sheep provides shepherd clothing and food, Barak Yahuwah, and so the shepherd provides protection and shelter, Barak Yahuwah, and the shepherd leads the sheep to a good pasture, Barak Yahuwah, and we are just sheep, at least we should be, Barak Yahuwah. So we need to definitely pray for more humility, Barak Yahuwah, because without humility we are nothing, Barak Yahuwah. We need humility because He only shepherds those of the sheep, and so if you are His sheep, you have humility, Barak Yahuwah. So pray daily for humility, Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So and we'll start the lesson after Yahuwah got prepared after offering, which is at 3. So we just gonna take this time to fellowship, and if y'all got any questions, we just gonna take this time to just fellowship. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
I'm so happy all y'all came, showed up, Barak Yahuwah. Like, it's like definitely a blessing, Barak Yahuwah, with the fellowship.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the family.
Yes, Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Yeah, we just touching on that. What you said about the sheep. Like the sheep ain't armed with anything. Yes. They don't have a defense. They have to put on the armor of Yahuwah when Yahuwah, like, basically bestowing on them. If He deems them as His sheep, but you only have to be His sheep for their defense.
Yes.
And He delivers, not us.
You're right.
So nothing we can do can earn our way there. You know what I mean? We can't earn our deliverance.
Yes. Barak Yahuwah.
All we can do is obey. So
obey.
Barak Yahuwah for that.
Obey.
Yes. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
And I don't think it's a coincidence too that them offerings, what were they? Lamb in the morning, a lamb in the evening.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes, they was. Sheep. Sheep in the morning, sheep in the evening. Barak Yahuwah.
Constantly. That's what makes you a living offering, bro, is you being humble.
Yes.
That's the foundation of it. You can't be an offering of obedience and righteousness if you're not humble like a sheep.
Yes.
Correlated. That's perfect, bro. Correlated perfect even with the offerings, bro.
Barak Yahuwah, because like those offerings also, like, they represent us, Barak Yahuwah, because we are to present our whole being as in pure offering unto Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. Like that's what it means to bear the yoke of Yahuwah, because when we becomes His servants, Barak Yahuwah, that means we are in full submission to His every command, Barak Yahuwah. So that means the offering of all of us belongs to him. That means even our very thoughts must be pure, because our mind no longer belongs to him. It belongs to Yahuwah. So this is the very reason why he commands us to always think upon heavenly things, things things on the Shamayim, because even our mind, even our mind is a very thing that belongs to Yahuwah. So even our thoughts, our actions, everything must be pure. So this is what it means to be a pure and a continual offering unto him. Yahuwah. Daily, continually, every moment of our life, every second of our being must be pure. And if we are living this life, then when we come to him at the appointed times and raise our hand to him, he will receive our offering unto him. Yahuwah, because we are submitting our whole life unto him as a pure, set apart offering unto him. Yahuwah.
And if you are walking in accordance with Torah, that don't mean that you gonna get some negative, Hashatan gonna throw them fiery darts, you know what I'm saying? So you have to cast them thoughts down. Them is not of Yahuwah. That's why it's a daily fight, because Hashatan, he owns the flesh. That's why we are not supposed to walk according to the flesh. We are supposed to be in the Ruach, because the flesh is it got sold to Hashatan by Adam. So he rules over the flesh. That's why he tells us not to be in the flesh, but to be in the spirit. So if you walking according to the flesh, then you're not walking according to the spirit. So we have to daily fight, war, and cry out to Yahuwah for deliverance, because we can't do nothing of ourselves.
Yes.
Yes.
He tells us to guard our eye gates and ear gates, because those are channels to where our flesh can witness against us. Our actions, like you were saying, that we got to think about, we must think about things of Shamayim and not of earthly things, because those things are ways of where we can succumb to, be trapped and snared by the way of Hashatan. So if we keep his head on the frontness of our forehead, then we always, since they stay fast to the things that is of righteousness, therefore we put on their clothing of what that robe he gave us,
Barak Yahuwah. And see, and like brothers just said, like that is the scheme of Hashatan, because all who have received Ruach, all who have received the set apart spirit of Yahuwah, we indeed have been seated in heavenly places. Barak Yahuwah, we have indeed been seated in heavenly places. So what Hashatan tries to do is tries to afflict us with things, whether it be bodily afflictions, the curse of this world, the things like this, to get us to be wearying of the things of this age, to bring our minds down from a high esteem. Now we're earthly now. You know what I'm saying? Now we're in the flesh, because, you know what I'm saying? So it's important to, like brother said, guard your gates at all times, because he is trying to bring us to his level. Rock Yahuwah, but you know what I'm saying? But the truth is, Yahuwah is our high tower, and we sit on him in heavenly places. We are hidden from the things of this age, the dark things of this age. Rock Yahuwah, but you know what I'm saying? But like Hashatan shoots those fiery arrows at us to try to get us to be given to fear and worrying and things like that, to bring us low. Rock Yahuwah. So definitely, always be prayed up and definitely always be on guard. Rock Yahuwah. Guard your gates. Rock Yahuwah.
Children, like the children on the mount, brother.
Yes. Like the children on the mount.
If y'all read the books of Adam and Kua, the children on the mount, it was once they stopped praying and stopped fasting and just stopped seeking Yahuwah, and they began to focus on it's when they took their focus off Yahuwah, and they began to set their minds on the things that were below the mountain, the things of the sons of Cain.
Yes.
They were distracted and they failed.
Yes.
Their esteem.
Yes. Being lured in, and so that's why, he gave us his scripts to meditate on these things so we can obey him, Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Yeah, man, that was a good one right there, man.
Like, yeah. I was pointing about, you know what I'm saying, about bringing it up, but Yahuwah brought that thing up through Brother Master,
Right, Yahuwah.
Thank you, Master. Like-minded.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, right now we got like 9 minutes to offer and Barak Yahuwah. So we I'm gonna set up the go get my family ready, yeah, and set up this thing so we can do offer Barak Yahuwah. Oh, I didn't know this was that. What did we use last time? Barak Yahuwah. Check is the batteries good?
Let me see. The battery. How about check the 77. Yeah. Yep. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Come on. Say shalom, y'all.
The family, shalom.
Hey.
I don't know if they can see that because
They short.
The camera is if the camera follow whoever they see, so I'm trying to get out the way.
Say shalom.
Shalom, girls.
Shalom.
Shalom, Lily. And shalom, Rain. Shalom. Who's that? Oh, Samaje. Shalom, Skylar. Shalom, Jordan. I called out ones.
Children of Yah.
Oh, yeah. Zay Zay. You want to be a called out one too? Oh, okay. Stay over there. I pray you know they know where to hide from ya. Like Yahuwah.
I wonder how you can get it to this thing on one. Maybe the biggest thing on that.
Well, always, like I said, you cut it out, it'll just stay.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, I wonder what causes it to
stay on one person.
No, I wonder what causes it to focus on one person.
Yeah.
I wonder what.
I wonder if they probably would keep just the closest person or something. Like, I don't know, cause.
Shalom.
Say shalom, people. Say shalom.
Shalom. Exactly.
Okay. Rock Yahuwah.
Rock Yahuwah.
Oh. I'm top of my head. Oh, you on that one pretty much?
Huh?
You on pretty much on that one? Rock Yahuwah, like Brother Marsha, like you finna let the bring out one this Shabbat? Yahuwah willing?
Yeah, Yahuwah willing. We'll see. I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know.
Rock Yahuwah.
Rock Yahuwah.
Say shalom, baby. Oh, you already did, but do it again. You got one time.
Sister Matthew.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Sis Tella.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
You see that show over there?
Oh, I got you, big bro.
Thanks.
What's up?
Pick that up. That's how they can hear you.
All right, cool.
It's
Rock Yahuwah.
Rock Yahuwah.
Rock Yahuwah.
Rock Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah. Thank you, Master Yahuwah, for allowing us to gather before you this day to bring you your food at the appointed time. I pray that these offers that we bring you, Master Yahuwah, is truly well pleasing to you. And Rock Yahuwah, I definitely pray that they come from a pure place, Master Yahuwah, Rock Yahuwah, and clean hands. Please pour Rock Yahuwah, please send down more humility and dwell in our hearts to make us more childlike, to make us more obedient to your every word. And Rock Yahuwah, and please give us the strength to be childlike before your presence, Master Yahuwah. Please help us and Rock Yahuwah, please help us in every way. In the name of Yahushua, HaMashiach, we pray. B'Sham Yahusha, so be it.
So be it. Rock Yahuwah.
Rock your hook.
Rock your hood. Rock your hood. To thy Yahuwah for making this day. It's Kadush is set apart, ordained to last always. Our day of rest better than the rest, a rejuvenation day. We thank you, Shabbat Shalom. To thy Yahuwah for making this day. It's Kadush is set apart, ordained to last always. Our day of rest better than the rest, on rejuvenation day. We thank you, Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, Mishpata. Shabbat Shalom, Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, Mishpata. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, Mishpata. Shabbat Shalom, Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, Mishpata. To God, Yahuwah, for making this day. It's Kadosh, it's set apart, ordained to last always. Our day of rest better than the rest, on rejuvenation day. We thank you, Shabbat Shalom. To thy Yahuwah for making this day. It's Kadosh, it's set apart, ordained to last always. Our day of rest better than the rest, a rejuvenation day. We thank you, Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, Mishpata. Shabbat Shalom, Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, Mishpata. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, Mishpata. Shabbat Shalom, Yahuwah. Shabbat Shalom, Mishpata. To God, no peace. To God, Yahuwah, for making this day. It's Kadosh, it's set apart, ordained to last always. Our day of rest better than the rest, a rejuvenation day. We thank you, Shabbat Shalom. Hey! Barak Yahuwah! Barak Yahuwah!
Rock your hook.
Barak Yahuwah. We go into the rock, that is our foundation. We're going to the stone that the builders rejected. We're going to the rock. We're going to the rock.
Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Nah, friend, y'all.
Barak Yahuwah.
From the rising up of the sun, to the going down of the same. From the time you tell us to wake up, to the time we lie down to sleep. Oh, your name shall be praised always. The only name we can call on for help to be saved. Yahuwah, our sovereign, our one righteous King. Yahuwah, we lift up your name.
Yahuwah.
Oh, your name shall be praised always. The only name we can call on for help to be saved. Yahuwah, our sovereign, our one righteous King. Yahuwah, we lift up your name.
Yahuwah.
'Cause there is infinite power in Yahuwah's name. Basham Yahusha, call on his name.
Yahuwah.
There's infinite power in Yahuwah's name.
With
All of your heart, call on his name.
Yahuwah.
There's infinite power in Yahuwah's name. Basham Yahusha, call on his name.
Yahuwah.
There's infinite power in Yahuwah's name.
With
All of your heart, call on his name.
Yahuwah.
Your name shall be praised always.
Yahuwah.
The only name we can call on for help to be saved. Yahuwah, our sovereign, our one righteous King. Yahuwah, we lift up your name.
Yahuwah.
Your name shall be praised always. The only name we can call on for help to be saved. Yahuwah, our sovereign, our one righteous King. Yahuwah, we lift up your name.
Yahuwah.
Rising up of the sun, to the going down of the same. From the time you tell us to wake up, to the time we lie down to sleep. Oh, your name shall be praised always. The only name we can call on for help to be saved. Yahuwah, our sovereign, our one righteous King. Yahuwah, we lift up your name.
Yahuwah.
Your name shall be praised always. The only name we can call on for help to be saved. Yahuwah, our sovereign, our one righteous King. Yahuwah, we lift up your name.
Yahuwah.
There is infinite power in Yahuwah's name. Basham Yahusha, call on his name.
Yahuwah.
Infinite power in Yahuwah's name. With all of your heart, call on his name.
Yahuwah.
Infinite power in Yahuwah's name. Basham Yahusha, call on his name.
Yahuwah.
Infinite power in Yahuwah's name. With all of your heart, call on his name. Your name
Yahuwah.
shall be praised always. time you tell us to wake up, to the time we lie down to sleep. Oh, your name shall be praised always. The only name we can call on for help to be saved. Yahuwah, our sovereign, our righteous King. Yahuwah, we lift up your name. Yahuwah, your name shall be praised always. The only name we can call on for help to be saved. Yahuwah, our sovereign, our righteous King. Yahuwah, we lift up your name. Yahuwah, in power in Yahuwah's name. Basham Yahusha, call on his name. Yahuwah, in power in Yahuwah's name. With all of your heart, call on his name. Yahuwah, in power in Yahuwah's name. Basham Yahusha, call on his name. Yahuwah, in power in Yahuwah's name. With all of your heart, call on his name. Yahuwah, your name shall be praised always. Always. Only name we can call on for help to be saved. Yahuwah, our sovereign, our righteous King. Yahuwah, we lift up your name. Yahuwah, your name shall be praised always. Always. The only name we can call on for help to be saved. Yahuwah, our sovereign, our righteous King. Yahuwah, we lift up your name. 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 Yahuwah, we lift up your name.
Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Rock Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Like anyone else family, is a feeling led to bring out his offering? Yeah, like Brother Mouse, if you don't mind, Brock Hood, are you want to pray us out?
Rock Yahuwah. We thank you, Master Yahuwah, for this set apart hour on this most Kadush day, your day of rest, your Shabbat day, which is a sign and a mark and a seal of the eternal covenant that you made with your people. We thank you for allowing us to come before you this day at your 9th hour, this time of the evening offering. All these hours being the shadow of these hours being the very hours in which you gave yourself for us, Master. You gave your life as a ransom for many. You poured out all of your life for us, Master. You gave up all for us, Master. What more can we do but give ourselves up for you and pour ourselves out onto you as a living offering? Pouring out all our nefesh out onto you, Master. You poured out all your life. And so now we are expected to take up our stakes and pour out our life onto you. And so we pray that this hour, Master, this hour, that offering that we, your children, your servants, have brought before you, was well pleasing and acceptable before you, as an acceptable oblation, Master, as a well pleasing offering, a sweet smelling fragrance to your nostrils, Master, that it is sended up to your Hayikul, Master, and that you are well pleased. Please be with us this day, Master. Please let your perfect shalom and favor rest upon us all, upon all those whom are called by your name and bought with your blood. Let your favor and your shalom, Master, rest in our homes. You are Yahuwah Shalom. And truly, Master, if you do not dwell in our midst, it is not a Shabbat Shalom without you. So please, Master, let your Shalom rest in our homes and each and every single one of us and be with us this day. Please be with us, Master, this day and forevermore. In Yahushua's name we pray. So be it.
So be it.
Barak Yahuwah. So be it.
So be it. Barak Yahuwah.
I'll be right back, bro. Yeah, I need to look. Is it up?
That's already.
Right, yo. Rock you. 1 second, y'all. Rock you. Getting some things established a little bit.
It's on the top.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through. You want me to read it?
No. Yeah, that's
right here?
that's what you just reading the script.
Okay. So just script. So this is you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, you want to read that.
And then you read that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might not read the word for word, but just something to. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what I'm supposed to be talking about.
Okay. make sure that shut that door, back. Yahuwah. Yahuwah. So we see Yahuwah. Then these are the offerings Yahuwah requires of us on these appointed times. Yahuwah is to bring him his food, daily, continual, and to render up the bulls of our lips and give him thanks to his name, Yahuwah. So all esteem to Yahuwah. So now we're gonna Yahuwah got bringing out a lesson through love, brother Zaryahu. So we're gonna start on that. Yahuwah.
Yahuwah, beloved family. It's a great honor and a true pleasure to be fellowship with you all this day. Yahuwah, I'm truly grateful. Yahuwah, and I honored that the Master has given me a chance to even fellowship with true brethren and sisters. Yahuwah, this is Yahuwah. This is a great honor, Yahuwah, and pretty much what we're gonna be talking about today is something similar to that the Master brought out last week through Brother Marsha, Yahuwah. I believe last week it was brought out, Yahuwah, something on the subject of what is righteousness, Yahuwah. What is righteousness, Yahuwah? So, Yahuwah. So last Shabbat, Yahuwah revealed that, you know what I'm saying, like the most obvious thing, that righteousness is Yahuwah. Righteousness is Yahuwah, and Yahuwah is righteousness. Righteousness is also Torah, Yahuwah, because Torah and Yahuwah is also one, Yahuwah. Torah is the very mind of Yahuwah, Yahuwah. Torah is the very thing that teaches us to make a distinction from the clean and the unclean. So Torah indeed truly is righteousness, Yahuwah. Yahuwah. I believe last Shabbat we also gained an understanding, Yahuwah, that Yahuwah, that like it would be righteousness for us, Yahuwah, if we was to obey the righteous Torah, Yahuwah, because by obeying the Torah, we are also obeying the voice of Yahuwah, Yahuwah, because Torah is Yahuwah, Yahuwah. So Yahuwah, like Yahuwah definitely desires for us to obey the righteous Torah, but he also wants us to do it from a place and understanding that we have no righteousness of our own, because when we inspire with our whole heart, mind, and strength to do the righteousness of Yahuwah, we are Yahuwah. We are doing His righteousness, Yahuwah. We have no righteousness of our own, Yahuwah. But when we do fulfill the good will and desire of Yahuwah by doing His righteousness, then we are aligning ourselves up with His will. You know what I'm saying? Like with His will and with His desire, which was brings us to what we're going to be speaking about today. What we're going to be speaking about is what is the perfect will and the true desire of Yahuwah. What is His will, Yahuwah, and what is His desire? Yahuwah definitely touched on it greatly last Shabbat, Yahuwah, but like we're going to allow Yahuwah to even further take a closer look at what is His will and what is His desire, because I submit to you, Yahuwah, that whatever is His will and whatever is His desire, it has been His desire from the very beginning. Yahuwah, it has been His desire from the very beginning. Yahuwah, to bring even more context to that statement, His desire, Yahuwah's desire, was the very inspiration that inspired Him to create everything we see and know today. He was inspired by His desire, Yahuwah, to create everything we see and know today. Yahuwah, this was the foundational thought when He was creating everything we see, everything we know. Yahuwah. So I just wanted to say that to bring more context to know that how important it is to know the will and the desire of Yahuwah, because if we know his desire and we know his will, then we can align ourselves up with it, which will land us right on the ancient path where we should want to be. Because Yahuwah, because his desire has been established even before time came to be. Barak Yahuwah, and which like Yahuwah will show us and establish Barak Yahuwah as we go through this study. Barak Yahuwah. So to further establish Barak Yahuwah, his will and his desire was the same from the very beginning. We're gonna Barak Yahuwah. We're gonna take a look at the beginning. Barak Yahuwah. We're gonna look at the beginning, Barak Yahuwah. So like Yahuwah through Brother Yehuda is gonna read for us. Like we're gonna go to Genesis 1. Genesis 1, chapter 1, and we're gonna go through it slow. And and we're gonna go through it slow, and like we're gonna allow Yahuwah to break this thing down for us, to give us a clear image of his will and his desire. Barak Yahuwah. So Brother Yehuda.
Barak Yahuwah. So Genesis 1, chapter 1, verse 1. We're going to start at Genesis 1, chapter 1, in its entirety. Yeah. Barak Yahuwah. So it reads, in the beginning Elohim created the heavens and the earth. And the earth came to be formless and empty. And darkness was on the face of the deep.
All right, so Barak Yahuwah. Darkness on the face of Barak Yahuwah. So I wanted to just stop Brother here to Barak Yahuwah, to allow Yahuwah to give more context of what we are reading, Barak Yahuwah, because it says like in the beginning, Barak Yahuwah, it says in the beginning, like Yahuwah created the heavens and the earth. Yahuwah created the heavens and the earth. So what Yahuwah wants us to know, Barak Yahuwah, that at this very point, the heaven and the earth was made archive, Barak Yahuwah. Like the heaven and the earth was filled with complete light, Barak Yahuwah. At this very moment, darkness did not exist. I repeat, darkness did not exist at this very moment, Barak Yahuwah. Like when he created heaven and the earth was like the earth was made just like the Shamayim, Barak Yahuwah. So as it is in heaven, so shall it be in earth. It was made the same. At this time, darkness did not come to be, Barak Yahuwah. But as we read immediately after it says that, it says like the earth came to be formless. The earth came to be formless and empty, and darkness was on the face of the deep, Barak Yahuwah. So this earth was made in the very image of Shamayim, of heaven, filled with complete light, which shows us the true desire from Yahuwah, like you know what I'm saying, of Yahuwah from the very beginning, because Yahuwah desires light, because Yahuwah is light, Barak Yahuwah. There is no darkness in him, Barak Yahuwah. But darkness did not exist, Barak, until this very moment that we are reading about. So what Yahuwah wants us to know is that there's something missing from these two moments of time. Barak Yahuwah, like in between these two moments of time, there is something missing, and it's a very important information that I feel like Yahuwah wants us to bring out because this is going to be very important when we move forward, Barak Yahuwah, of how darkness came to be, because in between these two moments of time, this is the very time where Hashatan fell, Barak Yahuwah. The poison of pride overtook his heart, and he became puffed up, and this is the very moment where Hashatan fell, Barak Yahuwah. It also reads somewhere in the Torah where Hashatan is the father of lies. Hashatan is the father of lies because he lied from the very beginning, Barak Yahuwah. This is the beginning that he's referring to. This is where he became the father of lies, Barak Yahuwah, because first he just like everything else Yahuwah created was covered in the esteem of Yahuwah. Everything he created was light. Darkness did not exist as of yet, Barak Yahuwah. But because of the fall of Hashatan, because of his pride overtaking him, his pride leading him to even think that he was capable overtaking Yahuwah and taking his throne. Like, you have to be a very prideful man to even think something like that. Barak Yahuwah. But this is what but this is what pride would do. Barak Yahuwah. This is what pride would do. But Barak Yahuwah. But so because of the uncleanness of him, of Hashatan, because of his unclean because of his unclean deeds, darkness came to be, because he began to lie to Barak. So like, not only did he lie to himself, and so he convinced himself that he was capable of overtaking Yahuwah, but he also lied to like a third of the heavenly hosts, and like convinced them that he was capable of doing this wicked deed, Barak Yahuwah. And they gave ear to the serpent, like they gave ear to darkness, and because of this, they also became darkness with him, Barak Yahuwah. They also came darkness with him. But how the earth came to be darkness and formless, because he also lied to the creation that was created in that time, Barak Yahuwah, because he was covered, he was highly esteemed, family. He was covered in the garments of a high priest. He was highly esteemed, Barak Yahuwah. He was able to walk on the very fiery mountain of Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. He was highly esteemed, and he had so he had the assignment of a high priest, Barak Yahuwah, and the high priest is supposed to intercede for the people, is supposed to go before the people. He had the job of making sure that creation, whatever it was to wholly worship Yahuwah. But what he did was he stole the worship, he stole the obedience they were supposed to only obey Yahuwah. He made them worship him. He became prideful and puffed up. And so because of this, it's my belief that he convinced every living being to worship him, which defiled the land. It defiled the land. So because of Hashatan is the father of darkness. He is the father of lying. He had been a liar from the very beginning, and his fall is the very reason why the earth came to be dark and formless. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Darkness was created. Darkness was created by Yahuwah because of the sin of Adam, because Yahuwah himself turned him into darkness, Barak Yahuwah. And when he tried to war against Yahuwah, he got flung out of Shamayim. He got flung out of Shamayim, came tumbling down to the earth, and the whole earth at that point was unclean. It was unclean. It became dark, so darkness denotes chaos, darkness denotes sin, darkness denotes death, Barak Yahuwah. So now the whole earth became dark because of the uncleanness of Hashatan, Barak Yahuwah. So Yahuwah just wanted to give more clarity on this situation before we move forward. Barak Yahuwah. All right, now you can finish the whole the first day, and you start over from the start.
In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth came to be formless and empty, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the spirit of Elohim was moving on the face of the waters. And Elohim said, "Let light come to be," and light came to be. And Elohim saw the light, that it was good. And Elohim separated the light from the darkness. And Elohim called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning one day.
Barak Yahuwah. This is the first day. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Like, okay, so like, as it was stated, Barak Yahuwah, like Yahuwah's desire was the very inspiration that inspired him to create everything. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. I pray that we can all understand that darkness wasn't always was, Barak Yahuwah. But since darkness came to be, since that very moment, Yahuwah had to begin to make a distinction from light and darkness. He had to begin to make a distinction from light and darkness, Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Because there is at this point, there is a great body of water, Barak Yahuwah, a great body of water. This being the bottom, the darkness on the face of the deep, and this being the top. And over the body of water is the ruach of Yahuwah floating above the water. And Yahuwah said, "Let light come to be." Let light come to be. So what Yahuwah is doing, he is reintroducing He is reintroducing righteousness on this dark earth, on this dark, unclean earth. He is reintroducing light on the earth, Rock Yahuwah. He is setting apart a portion of this unclean land, of this unclean and defiled land unto himself. That portion being the Garden of Eden. So he is setting apart a portion of the land that been defiled by the wickedness of Hashatan. And he is reintroducing light to the earth, Rock Yahuwah. Now we must all understand that yes, he is reintroducing light on the earth, but it's also darkness down here too. So now Yahuwah must make a distinction in the earth. Rock, now that darkness exists, now that darkness came to be, until darkness ends, because darkness is not forever, light is forever. Until darkness ends, there must be made a distinction from light versus darkness. So as we read, he called he called the light day, and he called the darkness light. Therefore, making a distinction, therefore making a distinction in the earth, also revealing his desire for us, Barak Yahuwah, because he also desires for us to be able to make a distinction, Barak Yahuwah, between the clean and the unclean, between darkness versus light. He did, like, this is his desire, Barak Yahuwah, and we will see multiple witnesses of this as we move forward in Barak Yahuwah, and as we move forward, Barak Yahuwah. So go ahead, read day 2.
Barak Yahuwah. And Elohim called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning one day. And Elohim said, let an expanse come to be in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters. And Elohim made the expanse and separated the waters which were under the expanse from the waters which were above the expanse. And it came to be so. And Elohim called the expanse heaven, and there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, the second day.
Rock Yahuwah, Rock Yahuwah, Rock Yahuwah. Okay, so this day is similar. Rock Yahuwah is very similar to day 1. Yahuwah, actually, this is the second witness of Yahuwah making a distinction in the earth. Of Yahuwah making a distinction of him dividing light from dark. Yahuwah dividing light from dark, because mind you, in the beginning it was just a big body of water, and in the deep was darkness. Yahuwah, so Yahuwah spoke, let there be light down here. So now there is light and dark down here. Yahuwah. So in the middle of the water, he made a separation. So now there's water down here and there's water up here. Yahuwah. So he is still making a distinction in the earth, because he is still separating light from dark. Even though he said that light come to be down here, there's also darkness. But up here above, there is only rays of light. There is only rays of light. There is no darkness in the Shamayim. There's no darkness whatsoever. Barak Yahuwah. So he is still making a distinction. So this is the second witness of this is the second witness of Yahuwah's desire for us to learn, for us to allow him to teach us to make a distinction from light and darkness. Barak Yahuwah. This is so important. Barak Yahuwah. It is so important to allow Yahuwah through the Torah to teach us to make a distinction, because just as the time when Yahuwah came in flesh as Yahushua HaMashiach, and he was in the midst of the Pharisees, Barak Yahuwah. He was in the midst of the Pharisees, and like the Pharisees, Barak Yahuwah, like they rejected the Torah. Like they rejected the very thing that would teach them how to make a distinction from the clean and unclean. And because they rejected the Torah and they esteemed their manly traditions over the Torah, over the righteous Torah, they was not able to make a distinction from light versus darkness. Because the very beacon of light, the beacon of life, the life giver was in their presence, but they couldn't see it. They couldn't see it because they rejected the very thing that would teach them how to make a distinction. They rejected the very thing that would teach them how to see darkness when it's presented to them and see light when it's presented to them. Because if we don't allow Yahuwah to teach us to make this distinction, then we will receive darkness for light and light for darkness. And it is commanded in the Torah that we are not to call good evil and evil good. So we will be breaking that command, thereby not walking in righteousness. It is Yahuwah's desire for us to be able to make a distinction in the earth and by doing this, divide light from darkness, like Rock Yahuwah, divide evil from good, Rock Yahuwah. Like this is his desire, Rock Yahuwah, which is revealed even in creation, Rock Yahuwah, Rock Yahuwah,
Rock Yahuwah. And Elohim said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear. And it came to be so. And Elohim called the dry land earth, and the collections of waters he called seas. And Elohim saw that it was good. And Elohim said, let the earth bring forth grass, the plant that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth. And it came to be so. And the earth brought forth grass, the plant that yields seed according to its kind, and the tree that yields fruit, whose seed is in itself according to its kind. And Elohim saw that it was good, and there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, the third day.
The Rock Yahuwah, the third day. Rock Yahuwah. Once again, as he is creating the earth, he is at the same time revealing his desire. Rock Yahuwah. Okay, so he commanded the dry land to appear. Rock Yahuwah. And as he done that, he also commanded the grass to grow and all kinds of fruit to be growing that has seeds inside itself. Fruit trees that bear much fruit. Rock Yahuwah. He is filling the earth. He is filling the earth at this moment with fruit bearing trees, fruit bushes, like all kinds of fruit. Thereby showing his desire that it is his desire for the earth to be showing his desire that it is his desire for the earth to be fruitful, to be filled with fruit, with fruit. Barak Yahuwah. And so this is the very reason why he commands us to be fruitful. Barak Yahuwah. And righteousness being showing good works of righteousness to the master. This is being fruitful, Barak Yahuwah, doing righteous deeds, allowing him to do righteousness through us, because we have no righteousness of our own. But he desires for the earth to be full of good fruit, because at the same time it is also fulfilling his desire for the earth to be filled with light, because this is also his desire. It truly is, Barak Yahuwah, because in the garden there was nothing but light. In the garden there was nothing but light. Barak Yahuwah. Like Adam did not know darkness. He did not know what darkness was. It was a strange thing to him when he discovered it after he fell. Barak Yahuwah. It had always been Yahuwah's desire for there to be nothing but light. Darkness was created by the wickedness of Hashatan. But now, since darkness is here, there must be made a distinction in the earth. Barak Yahuwah. Until Yahuwah's perfect will and his perfect desire is fully fulfilled. And it will be. It will be. But until then, we must learn how to make a distinction. This is his will. This is his desire. And it's also his desire for the earth to be fruitful, to be filled with good trees bearing fruit. Barak Yahuwah. This is Torah. This is his desire. And this is what revealed in the third day. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. And Elohim said, let lights come to be in the expanse of the heaven to separate the day from the night.
Yes.
And let them be for signs and appointed times, and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth. And it came to be so. And Elohim made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night, and the stars. And Elohim set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. And Elohim saw that it was good, and there came to be evening, and there came to be morning the fourth day.
Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Once again, this is another witness of Yahuwah's desire for us, for all his creation. For all his creation. Barak Yahuwah. Now he is still making a distinction. He is still making a distinction, Barak Yahuwah, because there must be a distinction made, Barak Yahuwah, until there is nothing but light. That day will come. One day, darkness would not, Barak Yahuwah, like one day, darkness would no longer exist, and things will be reset back to like it was before darkness ever existed. Because on the day that he created heaven and earth, darkness did not exist. Darkness never was. Everything he creates is light. Everything he touches is good. It's good, as we are reading, because at the end of every day, Yahuwah saw it and he said that it was good. So everything that he touches is good. Everything that he creates, like Yahuwah, is good. Yahuwah, but we must choose the dark path if we want it, if that's what you want, Yahuwah. But he wants us to be children of light. He wants the earth to be filled with beings of light. This has always been his desire. Before the beginning and even after the beginning. This has always been his desire. So what he's doing now is making a distinction in the earth. So he created two great lights, one to rule the day and one to rule the night. I believe this is the day that he is now revealing to us why he is making a distinction. Because he created the sun so we can do our work while it is day. So and he calls us children of light. So he wants us to cling to the light, to follow the light, Yahuwah. Not that the sun is him, Yahuwah, but we are children of light, Yahuwah, and we must learn how to make a distinction. Why? So we can cling to the things that are of light and stay away from darkness. And stay away from dark. This is the whole point of learning how to make a distinction. If we don't learn how to make a distinction, family, if we do not learn how to make a distinction, this is a death sentence. Because we will not be able to see darkness for what it is. Hashatan comes as a messenger of light. He comes as a messenger of light, a false light. And most of the whole world is already received him as their Elohim. Most of the whole world has already received him as their Elohim. Why? Because most of the whole world rejects the very thing that will teach them how to make a distinction from the clean and the unclean. If we don't accept and receive the truth of the love of the truth, Yahuwah, then we will walk in darkness. We will walk in darkness and we will stumble. Yahuwah, but those who walk in light, Yahuwah, will never stumble. So we must learn how to make a distinction. We must learn how to make a distinction, Yahuwah. I'm gonna just stop there with that one. You can read the next one.
And Elohim said, "Let the waters teem with shoals of living beings, and let birds fly above the earth on the face of the expanse of the heavens." And Elohim created great sea creatures, and every living being that moves, with which the waters teemed according to their kind, and every winged bird and every winged bird according to its kind. And Elohim saw that it was good, and Elohim blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and increase, and fill the waters in the sea, and let the birds increase on the earth." And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, the fifth day.
Yahuwah. Well, Yahuwah also wants us to know and understand that everything he's creating, Yahuwah, he is calling good because everything at this point is covered in his goodness. Everything at this point is covered in his goodness. and everything he's creating is supposed to work together to fulfill his a good pleasure and his purpose, Barak Yahuwah. Because everything at this point, everything he's created, all these animals, he blessed them. Blessings is attached to light, Barak Yahuwah. Like we can't, one that walks in darkness can't receive a blessing from Yahuwah, because blessings only attaches itself to things of the light, Barak Yahuwah. If we want to receive a blessing from Yahuwah, we must walk in the light. We must walk in the light, and he blessed and he blessed all his creation. And he gave them the very blessing that he gives all to all that is covered in his light, that walks according to his light. He said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply." We must understand that at this point, everything was covered in his righteousness. So by everything being fruitful and multiplying, as they multiply, they are fulfilling the goodwill and the pleasure of Yahuwah to fill the earth with righteousness, to fill the earth with light, to fill the earth with fruitfulness. This has always been his desire from the very beginning, Barak Yahuwah. And so his desire is being revealed even in his very creation. Even in his very creation, he wants the earth to be fruitful. He wants the earth to be filled with good trees bearing good fruit. Barak Yahuwah. He has never given his ruach to anyone or anything for just...
It's 4 o'clock.
Barak Yahuwah. He has never given his ruach to anyone or anything for just to be given it. He always gives it for a purpose, Barak Yahuwah. If he gives you his spirit, it's for you to walk according to his purpose and to fulfill his goodwill and his desire, Barak Yahuwah. And at this time, even the animals was covered in his ruach, and they was fulfilling his will by multiplying and making more beings of light, filling the earth with beings of light. This is his will. This is his desire, for us to make a distinction, and Barak Yahuwah, and for us to make a distinction from the clean and the unclean, and so we can avoid darkness and walk in light, Barak Yahuwah, so we can avoid darkness and walk in light, and from this foundation, help him make more beings of light. Help him to create more beings of light. And there's multiple ways that Yahuwah goes off. There's multiple ways that he does this, Barak Yahuwah. But in order for us to help him to create more beings of light, we must be light ourselves. Like we must be covered in his righteousness, Barak Yahuwah, and walking in it, Barak Yahuwah, not walking in shade or darkness. Because how can one lead? Because how can one lead someone to light if they themselves is walking in darkness? Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
And Elohim said, "Let the earth bring forth the living being according to its kind, livestock and creeping creatures and beasts of the earth, according to its kind." And it came to be so. And Elohim made the beasts of the earth according to its kind, livestock according to its kind, and all that creep on the earth according to its kind. And Elohim saw that it was good, and Elohim said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the Shamayim, or heavens rather, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over all the creeping creatures that creep on the ground." And Elohim created the man in his image. In the image of Elohim he created him. Male and female he created them.
Yes.
And Elohim blessed them. And Elohim said to them, "Be fruitful and increase, and fill the earth and subdue it, and rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the Shamayim, or heavens rather, and over all creeping creatures of the earth." And Elohim said, "See, I have given you every plant that yields seed, which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seed, to you is for food, and to every beast and to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the heavens, and to every creeping creature on the earth, in which there is a living being. Every green plant is for food. And it came to be so. And Elohim saw all that he made, and see, it was very good.
Very good.
And there came to be evening, and there came to be morning, the sixth day.
Rock Yahuwah.
Rock Yahuwah.
So as we see in the scripture, everything he created was very good. Was very good. Everything was covered in his righteousness, even the very land, not the entire land, like the land that Yahuwah set apart unto himself, the portion that he set apart unto himself, which is the Garden of Eden, which is the home of Adam, Rock Yahuwah. But he also wants us to understand and know that this land that is that has been set apart unto himself, it represents the entire earth. Because it represents the inheritance of his son, Rock Yahuwah. It like represents the inheritance of his firstborn son, and we being his son, Yasharal, his son would inherit the entire earth. His son would inherit the entire earth. But at this time, there is light, and there is also darkness. There is also darkness, because mind you, Hashatan is still on the earth at this time. But Yahuwah set apart a portion of light, a portion of light for his son, Rock Yahuwah. But in this, we can see his desire to fill the earth with light, because he fulfilled his desire with this portion of land. This portion of land was filled with light. Every being he created was a being of light. Rock you, all the fish in the seas, Rock Yahuwah. Every being he created, all the animals was light, Rock Yahuwah. And he gave this house of light, this house of light to his firstborn. He gave this house of light to his firstborn son Adam. So now Adam rules over this whole house of light that his father created, Rock Yahuwah. So now he rules over it, Rock Yahuwah. Hold on, Rock Yahuwah. All right. So now he ruled over. So now we can see that Yahuwah made many things of light, Rock Yahuwah, and everything was to work together. Everything must play a role. Like everything must play a role into helping Yahuwah fulfill his desire. Because if everything is covered in light, if everything multiplies and everything is working together to fulfill his righteous desire, and that is for his for the earth to be filled with light, Rock Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah. So like now that we understand Rock Yahuwah, so now that we understand that like he desires for his for the earth to be filled with light, like he desires for us to make a distinction, Rock Yahuwah. So we're gonna read another precept to further bring in Yahuwah's true desire. Like we're gonna read a whole nother precept from the first book of Adam and Kua, Rock Yahuwah. We're gonna read a precept from the first book of Adam and Kua, chapter 13, Rock Yahuwah. If you're feeling led on your own time, I encourage you to read the entire book. But chapter 12 further explains how darkness was completely strange to Adam. Like he didn't know what darkness was. Like he thought it was a curse. He thought it was a curse, Rock Yahuwah, upon him, because he never experienced darkness while being in the garden. Rock Yahuwah. He never experienced, and like the chapter we're about to read is going to further explain it. Rock Yahuwah. It's going to touch on it a little, but it touches on it in depth in chapter 12. So I encourage you, if you're feeling led, to read it on your own leisure, Rock Yahuwah. But we're going to read chapter 13.
Rock Yahuwah. Then when Yahuwah, who is merciful and full of pity, heard Adam's voice, he said unto him, O Adam, so long as the good messenger was obedient to me, a bright light rested on him and on his host.
Rock Yahuwah. This good messenger that we are reading about is Hashatan.
Yes.
Rock Yahuwah. And mind you, how Yahuwah himself is calling him good. But why is he calling him good? Rock Yahuwah, because at the time he was covered in his esteem. Like he was wearing the very garment of esteem. Rock Yahuwah. He was a pillar of light, a beacon of light. Rock Yahuwah. And so this should further explain to us how we are only good if we are covered in his righteousness. We are only good if he is covered in his righteousness. Rock Yahuwah. So like the second that he strips us from his righteousness, then we are no different than Hashatan. Rock Yahuwah. We are walking in darkness and we are unable to see, because it is Yahuwah that gives us the strength, that gives us the light to see, so we don't walk in darkness. Rock Yahuwah. I just want to bring that out, but to bring more context of what we are about to read, the good messenger that we are reading about is Hashatan. Rock Yahuwah. So yeah, saw that too again.
O Adam, so long as the good messenger was obedient to me, a bright light rested on him and on his host. But when he transgressed my commandment, I deprived him of that bright nature, and he became dark.
He became darkness. Rock Yahuwah. Thus darkness came to be. Uncleanness, Rock Yahuwah, came to be. He is the father of darkness. Rock Yahuwah. And all who listen to him become children of darkness. Yes. Rock Yahuwah. Keep reading.
And when he was in the heavens, in the realms of light, he knew not of darkness.
He knew not darkness. Rock Yahuwah. So just bringing it out again, as Yahuwah made a firmament, so he dividing the waters from the waters. So there's waters down here and there's also waters up here. He said, let light come to be down here. So there is light down here, but it's also darkness. Up here, there's only realms of light. There is only light, Rock Yahuwah. But it is his desire but it is his desire that like as it is in Shamayim, so shall it be in earth. Because the day that he created heaven and earth, there was no darkness. Darkness came to be because of Hashatan. So we must know this in order to know the will of Yahuwah, Rock Yahuwah. We must walk in light. We must walk in righteousness. So to bring more clarity and context, that if we reject the righteous Torah, just like most religions do, Christianity do, if we reject it, then we are rejecting the very thing that will teach us how to walk in light. If we take heed that the Torah is nailed to some cross, then we are rejecting the very thing that will lead us to light, that will lead us to salvation, because it is the Torah. It is a Torah. If we take heed to it and we strive tooth and nail to obey it, the Torah will lead us to salvation. The Torah can indeed lead us to Yahusha, because the Torah is a very thing that washes us. As we read it and we take in the things of the Torah that we are reading, we are essentially being washed. We are being prepared to be a vessel of Yahuwah. And so if we reject his righteous Torah, if we reject it, then we are choosing to be children of Hashatan. We are choosing to be children of darkness. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. So back to 4. And when he was in the heaven, in the realm of lights, he knew not of darkness, but he transgressed. And I made him fall from Shamayim. I made him fall from heaven upon the earth. And it was this darkness that came upon him. And on thee, O Adam, while in my garden and obedient to me, did that bright light rest also. So Barak Yahuwah. So we see here like that bright, he's telling Adam that bright light rested on him as well.
Yep.
While he was in the garden, Barak Yahuwah. But when I heard of thy transgressions, I deprived thee of that bright light. Yet of my mercy, I did not turn thee into darkness.
Barak Yahuwah. So he didn't turn him into complete darkness like he did Hashatan. He didn't turn him into complete darkness, but he did strip him of the esteem that Barak Yahuwah brother.
Yeah, he didn't turn him. He didn't make him complete darkness, but like he did Hashatan. See, Hashatan is no forgiveness for Hashatan.
Yes,
it's no forgiveness for Hashatan. But he just stripped Adam out of his love and compassion for Adam because Adam got deceived. So he stripped Adam from he took that light from Adam, but he didn't make him completely darkness. He just put this flesh on him.
This flesh.
Barak
Yes.
Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
But I made thee the body of flesh.
Yes.
So now we are in the flesh. Now we are in the flesh, over which I spread this skin, in order that it may bear cold and heat. In order that it may bear cold and heat.
Yes.
If I had let my wrath fall heavenly, this is where we see it. Like he let his wrath fall heavenly upon Hashatan.
Yes.
If I had let, go ahead, brother.
Barak, so he turned Hashatan into complete darkness. Barak Yahuwah, therefore making a complete separation from him. Barak Yahuwah. Because if we are complete darkness, there's no way, there's no chance that we could ever get back to light, which is Yahuwah. Yahuwah is complete light. He dwells in realms of unapproachable light. So mind you, if we turn completely darkness, I truly believe like that's what it means to be a reprobate. Barak Yahuwah. If he allows you to turn completely reprobate, there's no way. I believe there's no way for you to ever find the light ever again. Barak Yahuwah. This is what he did to Hashatan. He turned him into complete darkness. He didn't do that to us. Like he didn't do that to so he didn't do that to Adam. Like he just put this flesh on us, which this flesh is attached to darkness.
Yeah.
This flesh is attached to darkness. Like this flesh is attached to a curse. And that curse being death.
Yes.
So if we walk according to the flesh, we are going to die. If we walk according to the flesh, we are going to die. We must not listen to this wicked flesh. Cling to the light, Barak Yahuwah. Cling to the light, and so by doing this, we are allowing the light to lead us to life. Life being Yahusha, Yahuwah in flesh. And then if we are led to Yahusha, we will receive the circumcision of the heart, which give us a pure will and desire to not walk in darkness, Barak Yahuwah, to walk in light. Barak Yahuwah, but we must make a distinction, family. We must make a distinction. We cannot walk in darkness. We must walk in light, because if we walk in darkness, we will have to endure the same punishment that is ordained in the Torah for Hashatan. One day he and all his children will be thrown in the eternal lake of fire.
Yes.
He and all his children, all who give ear to him, will be thrown into the eternal lake of fire, right? So we must allow Yahuwah to give us the strength to overcome him. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Again, it says, but when I heard of the transgression, I'm going back up to 7.
Yes.
But when I heard of the transgression, I deprived thee of that bright light. Yet of my mercy, I did not turn thee into darkness because of his compassion for Adam. Barak Yahuwah. But I made thee body of flesh, over which I spread the skin, in order that it may bear cold and heat.
Yes.
If I had let my wrath fall heavily upon you, I should have destroyed thee, and had I turned thee into darkness, it would have been as if I killed thee.
Yes, because even if he didn't die instantly, he would have been ordained to die forever, because he could never find his way back to light had he turned him into complete darkness.
Yes.
Which means that him and all his descendants, meaning us, would have been destined to be doomed. Barak Yahuwah, not ever finding a way back to the light. Barak Yahuwah, but he didn't do that to Adam. Thank you, Master.
Barak Yahuwah. And we see that, like, he said that if it would have fell up heavenly upon him, I should have destroyed thee, and I had turned thee into darkness. It would have been as if I killed thee. So we got to understand that what true death is. True death is separation from Yahuwah.
Yes.
True death is being separated from him throughout eternity. True death is not a physical death as we die, but it's a separation from him. So he's saying, I didn't kill you. I didn't separate myself from you wholly. You know what I'm saying? But I have put this flesh upon you. So we understand now that a true separation from him is those who are turning their back away from the Torah. They are separating themselves from Yahuwah. Yahuwah is not. They're not turning to Yahuwah, but they are turning away from Yahuwah. But if they continue in this behavior, if they continue and not turn to the righteous Torah, then if they die in this, then it's going to be a separation, an eternal separation.
Yes.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
But if my mercy, but in my mercy, but in my compassion, I have made thee as thou art.
Mm-hmm.
When you didst transgress my commandments, O Adam, I drove thee from the garden and made thee come forth into this land.
Yes.
Into this land, and commanded thee to dwell in this cave.
Yes.
And darkness came upon thee, as it did upon who transgressed my commandment.
All right, now Yahuwah wants us to understand, Barak Yahuwah. Remember, Barak Yahuwah, in the beginning, Yahuwah said, let light come to be. So he set a portion of light unto himself, Barak Yahuwah, which is the garden. And as long as Adam remained in the garden, he did not know light. But the rest of the land, family, the rest of the land was still defiled by the wickedness of Hashatan, was still defiled by the wickedness of his doings, Barak Yahuwah. So when he gave ear to Hashatan, when he gave ear to him, Barak Yahuwah, he had to be stripped from his garment of light, and put on this flesh, which is attached to God. It's not complete darkness, but it is attached to darkness. It is attached to death. It is attached to death. Not only that, he had to leave the place of light and go into the land of his new master, and go into the land of Hashatan,
yes.
Yahuwah. And not only so, he didn't turn him into he didn't turn him into complete darkness, but he did allow him to experience it. By making him go into this cave, Barak Yahuwah, by making him go into this cave that now has a physical covering over him, because he didn't have this covering over him. As you read the whole book, Barak Yahuwah, so you'll learn that Adam was able to look up in the Shamayim and see the messengers praising Yahuwah continually. He was able to see this continually, Barak Yahuwah. But now he has to go into this cave that has a physical covering blocking him from seeing this. Now he's in darkness. Mm-hmm. So he didn't turn him into complete darkness, but he allowed him to experience darkness in multiple ways. Even him putting his flesh on us, he is allowing all of us to experience darkness. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah, because this flesh truly is dark. It's not. It is attached to darkness. It is attached to Hashatan. Actually, it belongs to Hashatan.
Yep.
Barak Yahuwah. This flesh belongs to him. So if we walk according to this flesh, we will remain attached to this flesh. Therefore, we will remain attached to darkness. Therefore, we remain attached to death.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. That's it. That was good. That was good. Thus, O Adam, has this night deceived thee. Mm-hmm. So it said, he telling Adam, thus, O Adam, has this night deceived thee. It does not last forever, but is only of 12 hours. When it is over, daylight return. Barak Yahuwah. So this is edifying, because we see that it's only 12 hours.
Yes.
In a day. Barak Yahuwah.
Another witness.
And it just show you, like, again, that on the Shabbat day. And this is for another lesson, but it's just something that Yahuwah put in my root. Like on the Shabbat day, it's only 12 hours in a day. So you don't keep Shabbat from evening to evening.
No.
We keep Shabbat when light is up, because Yahuwah is no darkness. It's no darkness in him. So we keep the Shabbat when the light is, when the sun comes up, and it's over when the sun sets, because we are to be children of light.
Yes.
We don't start his Shabbat day at evening, at nighttime, in the evening when it's dark. Barak Yahuwah. It's not no 24 hours as they would make you we've been lied to the whole time. Like brother was saying, like he is the father of lies. Barak Yahuwah. He is very deceptive. So we are to walk in the light. The Torah is the light. Barak Yahuwah. But he gives us tangible examples for deeper spiritual matters. So we see that in the daytime is when we are supposed to guard his Shabbat. And when night comes, we do not, he has nothing to do with night.
Yes.
He has nothing to do with darkness. When beasts come out at night, they come and hunt. They hunt at night. Animals come and hunt at night. So we are to be inside the house. And when I say in the house, it's Yahuwah's house.
Yes.
We are to stay inside his house, keeping his righteous Torah, keeping his commandments. If you go outside his house, you are now in darkness.
Yes.
You are now in darkness. You are now like beasts. You know, Barak Yahuwah, you are now like the beasts that come hunt at night. We are to be in the light and walk according to the light, and which is his Torah. The foundation is Torah. Barak Yahuwah.
Further, Barak, thank you, brother. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. And likewise, like if anyone been watching this from the beginning, then we now know that from the beginning, Yahuwah began to make a distinction in the earth since the day darkness came to be. Since the day darkness came to be, Yahuwah began to make a distinction in the earth. And he did this in many ways. Barak Yahuwah. But one of the daily examples we have, Barak Yahuwah, is the sun and the moon. Barak Yahuwah is when light comes and darkness comes. Barak Yahuwah, he wants us to learn to make a distinction from light versus darkness. So why? So we can cling to the light and stay away from the darkness. There is no darkness in Yahuwah. Yahuwah has nothing to do with darkness. But the reason why he established these things in the earth is to show us that it is his desire to make a distinction. It really is his desire for us to make a distinction. So now with this being in mind, Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, like Yahuwah made two great lights, one to rule the day and one to rule the night. One to rule the night. Why would Yahuwah, our Father of light, and him like desire for us to be children of light, why would he ordain in the Torah to follow something that he ordained to rule over the night? Why would he do this? This truly doesn't make any sense. Why would he have his children of light to follow something that rules over the darkness, when we are supposed to be making a distinction from light versus day, from unclean versus clean? Why? So we can clean, so that we can cling to the thing that is clean and stay away from darkness. Stay away from darkness. We are children of the day. We walk in the day. We walk in the light. We do not walk in darkness. We walk in darkness. We do not have the light to see, to not to stumble. And so therefore we will stumble and be a stumbling block to the masses. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Thus, O Adam, has the night deceived thee? It is not to last forever, but it's only 12 hours. When it is over, daylight will return. Sigh not, therefore, neither be moved, and say not in your heart that this darkness is long and drags on wearily. And say not in your heart that I plague thee with it. Strengthen your heart and be not afraid.
Be not afraid.
This darkness is not a punishment, but O Adam, I have made the day, and I have placed the sun in it to give light, in order that thou and your children should do your work.
Do what?
Your work.
Your what?
Your work. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Thank you, Master.
Barak Yahuwah. We do work in the day. Not saying that you can't work, do a physical labor at night if you got a job. We're saying we ought to work while it's still day because night comes where no man can work. Barak Yahuwah.
We are also following the very example of our father. So, because just as we read in Genesis, we didn't, we didn't point it out or highlight it, but it does read. It does read. So Yahuwah did all his work in the day, and then evening came, and then morning came. So like they completed that day, Barak Yahuwah. So evening came, then morning came, which started the next day, and then he began to do all his work again. He began to so he did all his work again in the day. And then evening came, and then morning came, and he began to do work again. So even our Father Yahuwah, like Barak Yahuwah, like he created everything we see and everything we know while it was day. He did his work while it was day, which shows us what time that the Father worked, but it also shows us the time that he would. It also shows us the time that he rested. Barak Yahuwah, because the Shabbat denotes rest. Barak Yahuwah. So when the Shabbat comes, we are to rest from what? Rest from our work. From the time that we normally work, we are to rest. We are to rest, just as our Father did. Today is the Shabbat. Barak Yahuwah. But our Father did all his works in the day. But on the Shabbat day, he rested. Which shows what time we should rest. We should rest while it's day. The Shabbat is the Shabbat is done in the day, not in the night. Barak Yahuwah. So not in the night. So if you start on your Shabbat while it is night, whether it be Friday night, Saturday night, any kind of night, it is wrong. Barak Yahuwah, it is wrong. We are to rest while it is day. Barak Yahuwah. So we keep the Shabbat while it is day.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Strengthen your heart and be not afraid. This darkness is not a punishment, but O Adam, I have made the day and have placed the sun in it to give light, in order that thou and your children should do your work. For I knew that thou shouldest sin and transgress and come out into this land. Yet would I not force thee, nor be heard upon thee, nor shut up, nor doom thee through thy fall, nor through thy coming out from light into darkness,
Go ahead.
nor yet through thy cunning from the garden into this land.
Okay, family. Well, okay. Now what's going to be read next is the will of the Master. It's going to be another witness to the will of the Master. So listen close to this, Barak Yahuwah. Go ahead, bro.
From the garden into the land. For I made thee of the light.
Of the light. He made him a being of light. A being of light.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I will to bring out children of light from thee and like unto thee.
Yes, Barak Yahuwah. So he made Adam a beacon of light, a child of light, and it was his desire to bring more children of light to fill the earth with light, to fill the earth with fruit-bearing trees. This is the will and desire of the Master, Barak Yahuwah. But there's more. Keep reading.
But thou didst not keep one day my commandment, until I had finished the creation and blessed everything in it.
Barak Yahuwah, and blessed everything in it. Now we can take a closer look at the will and desire of the Master, Barak Yahuwah. Because mind you, going back to the beginning, how the whole land became dark, the whole land. But Yahuwah said, let light come to be. So he set apart a portion of light. A portion of light unto himself, a portion of kadosh, a portion of righteousness unto himself. This land is called the Garden of Eden, Barak Yahuwah. But it was Yahuwah's desire for Adam, so it was Yahuwah's desire for Adam it was Yahuwah's desire for Adam to complete a day of righteousness. And a day of righteousness to Yahuwah, a day being 1,000 years and 1,000 years being a day. So he had to complete a full day in this portion of the land, Barak Yahuwah, a full day so he can completely bless the entire land. So he can bless the entire land. Remember, Barak Yahuwah, but what Yahuwah has blessed, can no man call a curse, Barak Yahuwah. So and blessing is attached to life. So if Yahuwah blessed the entire land, then Barak, so what does that mean? There will be no more room for anything that is a curse. So that means at that very moment, Hashatan would have been had to throw into the eternal lake of fire, Barak Yahuwah. Had he completed the day of righteousness, today Hashatan would be no more. Today, Hashatan would be no more. The entire land would have been blessed, and we would have been born as beings of light, as beings of righteousness. Barak Yahuwah, we would have been born as beings of light, but our righteous forefather Adam did not complete that day. Did not complete that day. Barak Yahuwah. So now, as we touched on this, we can clearly see the desire of Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, which was his desire from the very beginning, for the whole earth to be filled with righteousness. For the whole earth to be filled with righteousness. But since darkness came to be, Yahuwah had to make a distinction in the earth. A distinction in the earth until the day that darkness ceased. Until the day that darkness ceased, Barak Yahuwah. But as we just read, Yahuwah created Adam to be a beam of light. And from him, he desired to fill the earth with more beings of light, therefore fulfilling the righteous desire of Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. You got anything else to add?
No.
Okay, Barak Yahuwah. So, all right, so now we can clearly see like his desire, Barak Yahuwah. And like his desire is to cover the earth with goodness, Barak Yahuwah, with a fruitfulness and with beings of light. But now, since the fall of man, we must ask ourselves, like, how are we now to fulfill his desire, Barak Yahuwah? Because it surely changed since the fall, Barak Yahuwah. It surely changed like since the fall. So, Barak Yahuwah, how are we now to fulfill his desire? Because I believe Yahuwah wants to bring out that before the fall of man, the road that leads to everlasting life, this road was the broad road. This road was the broad the broad road that everyone found, Barak Yahuwah. As a matter of fact, this road is so broad, the road that leads to destruction was so small it was hidden. Adam didn't know how to fall from esteem. He didn't know the way down. He didn't know how to fall from esteem. The only thing he knew was righteousness. He was like a newborn baby. The only thing he knew was all the things that his father taught him. He didn't know darkness. He didn't know unrighteousness. So the road that led to everlasting life at that time was the broad road. But since the fall of man, Barak Yahuwah, that been reversed, Barak Yahuwah. The road that leads to everlasting life became that hidden road, Barak Yahuwah, became that hidden road, Barak Yahuwah. And the road that leads to destruction became the broad road, Barak Yahuwah, the broad road. So now that man has indeed fallen, Barak Yahuwah, man has indeed fallen. So now we must ask ourselves, how are we to fulfill his desire now? Because his desire, even though we have fallen from esteem, his desire haven't changed. His desire is still for the earth to be filled with beings of light. That is his desire. But how are we to fulfill it now, Barak Yahuwah? That's what we're going to take a closer look at, Barak Yahuwah. Brother, we're going to read Genesis 3.
1 through 19.
Barak Yahuwah, Genesis 1 through 19, Barak Yahuwah.
And the Nahash was more crafty than all the lives of the field which Yahuwah Elohim had made. And he said to the woman, is it true that Elohim has said, do not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said to the Nahash, we ought to eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim has said, do not eat of it, nor touch it, lest you die. And the Nahash said to the woman, you shall certainly not die, for Elohim knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes shall be open, and you shall be like Elohim, knowing good and evil. And the woman said to the tree, and the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasing to the eyes, and a tree desirable to make one wise. And she took of its fruit and ate. And she also gave it to her husband with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made loin coverings for themselves. And they heard the voice of Yahuwah Elohim walking about in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahuwah Elohim among the trees of the garden. And Yahuwah Elohim called unto Adam and said to him, where are you? And he said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid myself. And he said, who made you know that you were naked? Have you eaten of the tree of which I commanded you that you should not eat? And the man said, the woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I ate. And Yahuwah Elohim said to the woman, what is this you have done? And the woman said, the Nahash deceived me, and I ate. And Yahuwah Elohim said to the Nahash, because you have...
Okay. Now this is the judgment. This is the judgment that he is like pronouncing on both the serpent and Adam and Kua, Adam and Eve, Barak Yahuwah. That this is the judgment that he placed on mankind, Barak Yahuwah. So this like listen to this closer, Barak Yahuwah. Go ahead.
The woman whom you gave me to be with, the woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I ate. And Yahuwah Elohim said to the woman, what is this you have done? And the woman said, the Nahash deceived me, and I ate. And Yahuwah Elohim said to the Nahash, because you have done this, you are cursed more than all livestock and more than every beast of the field. On your belly you are to go and eat dust all the days of your life. And I put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall crush your head, and you shall crush his heel. Mm-hmm. To the woman he said, I greatly increase your sorrow and your conception. Bring forth children in pain. And your desire is for your husband, and he does not rule over you. Yes. Barak Yahuwah. So we see here like the foreshadowing of all that Yahuwah have been speaking this day. Like it started with Hashatan disobeying.
Yes.
Now Hashatan is in the serpent. Mm-hmm. So now you see that the serpent is being deceptive in using those same trickeries to bring on deception to Kua. Mm-hmm. In other words, Eve. So, but it sounds like through the deception, Yahuwah again gave the serpent a more harder judgment. He said that he said, on your belly you are to go. Let's go back up. Because you have done this, you are cursed more than all livestock. You are cursed more than all livestock. But let's see what he did to the woman. And more than every beast of the field. On your belly you are to go and eat dust all the days of your life. That's a pretty tough judgment. And I put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall crush your head, and you shall crush his heel. To the woman he said, I greatly increase your sorrow and your conception. Bring forth children in pain. We see that the judgment, the woman still got judged, but I don't think it was so in advance as how the serpent got judged. Barak Yahuwah. So we see that same thing that Yahuwah been teaching us throughout this lesson. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. You keep reading, brother.
All right. And to the man he said, because you have listened to the voice of your wife, here go the judgment on the man, and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, saying, do not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you, and toil you are to eat of it all the days of your life, and the ground shall bring forth thorns and thistles for you, and you shall eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your face you are to eat bread until you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, for dust you are, and to dust you return.
Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Now going back, it's allowing Yahuwah to just bring more context to this. Barak Yahuwah. In my belief, Barak Yahuwah, the perfect creation that he made when he created Adam. He was perfect in every way, Barak Yahuwah. In his seed, Barak Yahuwah, that in which he was to create more righteous beings in his likeness, in the likeness of Yahuwah, was going to be like him, Barak Yahuwah. This was one pure seed, one pure undefiled seed, one pure undefiled seed. Now, but reading in the Torah, it says that Barak Yahuwah, it says that we are servant to one we obey. We are servant to the one we obey, whether it be sin to death or righteousness to everlasting life. I'm paraphrasing, but we truly are a servant to the one we to the one that we obey, Barak Yahuwah. So it's my belief that the day that they gave ear. The day that they gave ear to Hashatan, like the day that they hearkened to his wicked commands, Barak Yahuwah. They actually, I'm gonna hold out on that. Let's read these not first. Okay, hold on, let me see how you gonna do this. Rocky, yeah, let's read the next two precepts first.
Okay, Barak Yahuwah. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 9. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 9.
Yes.
You shall not sow your vineyard with two kinds of seed.
Yes.
Or everything produced by the seed which you have sown, and they yield of or everything produced by the seed which you have sown, and the yield of the vineyard will become defiled. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah become defiled. So we are to not to sow our vineyard with two kinds of seed, Barak Yahuwah, because the thing that it produce will be defiled, and this will indeed defile the very land that we're trying to grow things on. Barak next precept to bring more context.
Barak Yahuwah. Ezra chapter 9 verses 10 through 12. Ezra chapter 9 verses 10 through 12. And now, O our Elohim, what do we say after this? For we have forsaken your commands, which you have commanded by your servant and prophet, saying, the land which you are going in to possess is a land unclean, through the uncleanness of the people of the land, by their abominations with which they have filled it, from one end to another by the uncleanness.
By their uncleanness. So even the land that the children possess, it was unclean. When Yahuwah gave them the authority to take over the land, he gave them authority to take over an unclean land that had already been defiled by the wicked beings of that land. Barak Yahuwah, by the wicked beings of that land. So now we, even though we are a set apart people, and we are going into a land that is unclean, he has commandments that he has given us so that we can remain clean. Keep reading.
Barak Yahuwah. And now, Do not give your daughters as wives to their sons. No. Nor take the daughters to your sons, nor take their daughters to your sons, and do not seek their peace or wealth ever, so that you are strong and shall eat the good of the land, and leave it as an inheritance to your children forever.
Forever. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So let's allow Yahuwah to break this down. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So Barak you in the beginning, Barak you we're going back to the beginning where the land was completely defiled. The land was completely defiled. But Yahuwah said, let light come to be. So he separated a portion of the land and made it kadosh, but the rest of the land was indeed defiled. Barak Yahuwah, and we also discovered in the book of Adam and Kua, chapter 13, that Yahuwah created them to be a person of light, and he desired to create more beings of light. Barak Yahuwah, to fill the earth with light, and he wanted him to fulfill a complete day of righteousness, that being 1,000 years. 1,000 years to Yahuwah is one day, and one day to Yahuwah is 1,000 years. Yes. And had he did that, then Yahuwah would have blessed the entire land. He would have blessed the entire land. Barak Yahuwah, okay, so thereby removing all the uncleanness from the land. Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah, Barak Yahuwah. But see, what happened as we go back to the Genesis 3, Barak Yahuwah, the judgment of man, the judgment of man, can mind you, the land has been made unclean by the uncleanness of the people. And this goes back to the beginning when when Hashatan made the entire earth unclean by his uncleanness. So what Yahuwah wants us to understand, family, when our righteous parents, our righteous forefathers, Adam and Kua, when they gave ear to Hashatan, when they gave ear to him, when they hearkened to his wicked commands, remember, it's written in the Torah that you are a servant to the one you are a servant to the one who you obey. So when they gave ear to him, they unknowingly laid with other mighty ones. They unknowingly defiled the pure seed of Yahuwah. It was his seed was pure and perfect. His seed was pure. It was one seed. It was one pure seed. And they unknowingly defiled the seed of Yahuwah, and they mixed and mingled and they mixed the seed of light, and they mixed it with darkness. Now Yahuwah's perfect, pure seed is no longer perfect. Now Yahuwah's perfect, pure seed is no longer perfect. Not only that, now it's two. Now it's two kinds of seed, Rocky. Now we're gonna go back to chapter 3 of chapter 3 of Genesis, and we're going to read the judgment of mankind, starting with the starting with the serpent, and so now Yahuwah is going to reveal his desire for us, right? In this time, how to fulfill his desire, because he still made a way for us to fulfill his desire. He still made a way for us to do it, even though we fallen from esteem, even though we unknowingly laid with other mighty ones, defiling the perfect, pure seed that he created in the beginning. Even though we defiled it, he still made a way for us to do his desire. So let's read the judgment of the serpent.
And Yahuwah Elohim says to the Nahash, because you have done this, you are cursed more than all livestock and more than every beast of the field. On your belly you are to go, and eat dust all the days of your life. And I put enmity between you and the woman.
And the woman. Barak Yahuwah, like that woman being his wife, like Barak Yahuwah, like that woman being his bride, Barak Yahuwah, because it's my belief that this judgment is not only to the serpent, like this judgment is to the one that used the serpent. This judgment is to Hashatan himself. Mm-hmm. This judgment is to Hashatan himself, because when they gave ear to him, they mixed and mingled the perfect seed of Yahuwah with the seed of darkness. And now And now, as we're going to read, when man tills the ground, when man plants his seed into the ground, it will no longer completely yield his strength to him. Because at first, when he planted his seed into the ground, meaning man putting his seed in woman, he had no choice but to produce fruit-bearing trees, Barak Yahuwah, fruitfulness, Barak Yahuwah. But now he is capable of producing tares. Thorns and thistles. Now, because he mixed the righteous seed of Yahuwah, now it's been defiled. Now we get both righteous beings and thorns and thistles. We get thorns and thistles because the seed, the spiritual seed of Yahuwah has been mixed with darkness. Rock Yahuwah. You keep reading, bro.
And between your seed and her seed, he shall crush your head, and you shall crush his heel.
Rock Yahuwah, like his bride, Hashatan will be given over to them. Barak Yahuwah, for them to rightly rule, for them to rightly rule. Barak Yahuwah. It is written in the books of the Torah that we shall indeed even judge messengers. Barak Yahuwah. He one of them. Barak Yahuwah, I believe. Barak Yahuwah. He one of them. Barak Yahuwah. Like Yahuwah's children. It's going to judge even messengers, Barak Yahuwah. But mind you, now there is two seeds, Barak Yahuwah. Because this is the very reason why Cain was created. He was definitely a thorn and thistle, Barak Yahuwah, but it was not supposed to be that way. Every child that Adam created was supposed to be a beacon of light, a vessel of light. But now this what we are reading is the very moment while the earth is the very reason why the earth is not filled with thorns and thistles. It's filled with them. It's filled with thorns and thistles. Barak Yahuwah. But this is the reason why, family. Barak Yahuwah.
To the woman, he said, I greatly increase your sorrow and your conception, bring forth children in pain. And your desire is for your husband, and he does rule over you.
Barak Yahuwah. Now we got to the judgment of woman. This is how he desires for women to fulfill the righteous desire of Yahuwah. Because by doing this, you are picking up the stake of suffering you are picking up the stake of suffering of Yahusha and following after him. By you willingly submitting yourself to the judgment and you submitting yourself to man and allowing man to rule over you and you enduring pain from childbirth, you are partaking in the suffering of Yahusha, and by this you are fulfilling the righteous desire of Yahuwah, bringing forth the righteous seed in the earth. And you are helping Yahuwah fill the earth with righteous children, with a pure seed, by you submitting yourself to the judgment, by you submitting yourself to do Yahuwah's will, to do his desire. Through pain, you are partaking in the pain of Yahushua HaMashiach. You are willingly picking up the stake of suffering and following after him, doing his command, and you are also fulfilling his desire to fill the earth with righteousness by you just simply submitting to the judgment. You are picking up the stake of Yahushua. This is his desire for women, for all women. This is the way you pick up your stake and follow after Yahushua.
Rock Yahuwah. Yeah, so it's to obey your husband. Obey your husband is a foreshadowing of Yasharal obeying Yahuwah. Because Yahuwah is our husband, Barak Yahuwah. So you are aligning yourself with Torah. You are aligning yourself with Scripture when you submit to your husband and obey him. But your husband also needs to be obeying Yahuwah because he's supposed to be obeying the Torah. So it all falls in line and orderly, because if both of you are not obeying and operating in your roles, then that's room for darkness. There's room for Hashatan coming in, and that's room for you to be walking in the darkness that we are not supposed to be walking in. But we are to be walking in the light. And he tells y'all, a woman to obey her husband and a man to obey Yahuwah, so we can walk in the light. This is instructions. We talking about the Torah is the light. So he's giving instructions here to the man and to the woman, and if we obey his instructions, we are then what? We are then walking in the light. Yes. We are then obeying every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahuwah, and we are aligning ourselves with the righteous Torah in his judgment.
Yes. Rock Yahuwah.
It says, because you have, and it says, and what was that the woman? The man?
The man, I think.
What? Yeah. And your desire is to be for your husband, and he does rule over you.
Rock Yahuwah.
And to the man, he said, because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, saying, do not eat of it, curses the ground because of you. And toil, you are to eat of it all the days of your life. And the ground shall bring forth thorns and thistles for you. And you shall eat the plant of the field. By the sweat of your face, you are to eat bread until you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, for dust you are, and to dust you return.
Well, Rock Yahuwah. Now we come to the judgment of man. Rock Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah. Now this is the will and the desire of the master for man to fulfill the righteous judgment of Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah. Now, because before the fall of Rock Yahuwah, it wasn't supposed to be this tedious. It wasn't supposed to be hard, Rock Yahuwah. Mm-hmm. But now it reads, Rock Yahuwah, curse is the ground because of you. Curse is the ground because of you, Rock Yahuwah. And now when you till the ground, we are ground. Rock Yahuwah, we are dirt too. Like we are dirt too. We was all formed and made from dirt, like from dirt. Rock Yahuwah. So the earth became cursed, and all that come from the earth became cursed because of our fall. Rock Yahuwah, because our fall. Rock Yahuwah from esteem. But so now. Right, hold on. I lost myself. Rock Yahuwah. Yeah. So now when man plant his seed in the earth, Rock Yahuwah, us being earth, woman being earth, now it will no longer completely give this strength to you. Now, man. Now you can produce thorns and thistles. Rock Yahuwah. Now, Rock Yahuwah. Rock Yahuwah. So not only that, when we do produce children, we got to definitely work hard to make sure that they grow up in the path of righteousness. Rock Yahuwah. Like we gotta work to get our bread. I also got to study to show ourselves approved, just to get crumbs from Yahuwah now. Because when we was in the garden, we was married directly to Yahuwah himself. We had access to infinite righteousness. Now we must work to even get crumbs, to even get crumbs from Yahuwah, Yahuwah. But now since Yahuwah had came in flesh, and now since Yahuwah had came in flesh and had died for us to be reset back to the garden, now we don't have to eat crumbs. Now we can have a full plate of righteousness if we want to, if we desire. Now we can be filled with righteousness, Barak Yahuwah, but we must submit ourselves to the judgment that he placed upon mankind.
Barak Yahuwah. Now we can plant our seed in some good ground.
In good ground, yes.
Barak Yahuwah. Now we can plant our seed in some righteous ground, not because we are righteous, but we are, if we are obedient to his word, and now he covers us in his righteousness.
Yes.
So now we don't have to plant our seed in wicked ground. If you choose to plant it in wicked ground, that's again you being disobedient.
Yes.
But once we come back to the Torah, now that we sit in heavenly places.
Yes.
So now you planting the seed back in the righteous ground, Barak Yahuwah, instead of bad grounds, instead of a wicked woman, instead of somebody who don't want to obey. Barak Yahuwah. And now, if you plant it in good grounds, now y'all can bear fruit of righteousness and raise your children being equally yoked, and raise your children the way they supposed to be raised according to Torah.
Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So this is the will and the desire of the Master, for us to simply do righteousness, for us to seek him to seek his face, to seek his righteousness, Rock Yahuwah, and to seek to fulfill his righteous desire by wholly submitting ourselves to the Torah and doing his good will and doing his good pleasure, because this is where it begins. This is where it begins, family. If we just humble ourselves before him, go to him and like go to him being childlike and ask him for his help. Ask him, Brock Yahuwah, like go to him and just like lay prostrate before him and just lay on your face and just ask the Master to help us. Help us to fulfill your desire, because you and you alone are right. We have no righteousness, but Rocky, who we desire to do your righteousness, Master. But we need your help. So please lead us in the path of righteousness. Lead us to please, Master, who please help us to be righteous by leading us to Yahusha. Because if we are led to Yahusha being the door, Yahusha being the way, the truth, and the life, Yahuwah in flesh, then if we receive Yahusha into our heart, receive the circumcision of the heart, by this we will receive the way to do righteousness, to do righteousness. Because without Yahusha, without Yahuwah help, so without him assisting us to do righteousness, it don't matter how much righteousness we try to do, we will never be able to do it. We must seek Yahuwah's face while we can. Seek out Yahusha and seek him to come into your heart, to be made one with him. And by this, you are also being made one with Yahuwah. Rock
Yahuwah. Being and also being clean before him, coming to him and getting in the word and letting him wash you.
Yes.
That he can plant his seed in you, as Yahuwah been revealing this day, that his seed must be in our heart, Barak yes. Yahuwah, because his seed is what's righteous. Yeah. His seed must be in our heart, Barak Yahuwah, and we must be immersed in the name of Yahusha,
yes,
HaMashiach, for the forgiveness of sin, and allowing ourselves to turn back, and allowing him to turn us back to the righteous Torah, and to start to submit ourselves to him, and to start to obey him wholeheartedly in spirit and in truth. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. Yeah, that's pretty much sums up the lesson that the Master had for this Shabbat. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. I know it's a little rough behind the ears, but I pray that Yahuwah, it was still edifying to the hearer. Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah. So, Barak, you want to pray us out, brother?
Barak Yahuwah. Yeah, we'll pray. Let all the women put their headscarves on.
Barak Yahuwah. Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Barak Yahuwah.
Master Yahuwah, we thank you for your love and your compassion and your long suffering with your children, Master Yahuwah, for we are nothing but dirt. Yes, dirt at your feet, Master Yahuwah, desiring to be well pleasing to you, desiring to be cleansed, desiring to be washed. We pray that you remove all things from us, Master, that's not of you. And plant your seed in our heart, Master Yahuwah, that we can fully walk in righteousness, not because we are righteous, Master, but we desire to be covered in your righteousness this day, Master Yahuwah. We thank you for being here with us, Master Yahuwah, allowing us to walk in belief, because without belief it is impossible to please you, Master Yahuwah. We pray that we continue to serve, Master, continue to wash feet, Master Yahuwah, continue to walk according to your will and be servants, Master Yahuwah, because this is all we are, Master. We are all servants. We are all just lowly servants, Master Yahuwah, desiring to do your will, for we are nothing but dirt, Master Yahuwah. We ask for your help in all areas of our life. We pray that you continue to be with us. We thank you. You say that where it's 2 or 3 gathered, there you are in our midst, Master Yahuwah. So we are grateful that you led this study today, Master Yahuwah. This is not of us. This is not of us. We are nothing, Master, but you and you alone, Master, get all the esteem. Barak Yahuwah. We thank you for your love. We pray that even we also pray over the food, those who haven't eaten, Master Yahuwah, that you allow us to. We thank you for the food that you have provided for us, that the food be set apart according to your righteousness, that no sickness will come by our dwelling, Master. We thank you for all that you do. We thank you for your love and your compassion. We pray that you go before us. In the name of Yahusha, we pray that we are lights among the nation in order that all men are being drawn to that light in order for them to come back into the bonds of covenant with you. In the Basham of Yahusha, HaMashiach, we pray this day and forevermore. So be it.
So be it. So be it.
Rock Yahuwah.
Rock Yahuwah.
Those on YouTube, Rock Yahuwah. Thanks for joining. This is our first time doing a live on YouTube. So we gonna I got like 21% Rock Yahuwah. And I'm gonna try to get about this thing before it dies. So man, y'all stay encouraged. We do fellowship. Those who are designed to fellowship, just reach out via comment or just send us. It should be an email on YouTube, Barak Yahuwah, and just reach out. So shalom to y'all on YouTube, Barak
Shalom,
Yahuwah.
shalom.
Let's see. Okay, YouTube. Barak Yahuwah, family.